Previous session we discussed about the concept of a force acting on a current carrying conductor which was placed in a magnetic field, and we also learned the Fleming's left hand rule. We also discussed what are the devices which works on these concepts of electric field and the magnetic field. So, and there we studied the examples are electric motors, generators, loudspeakers, microphones, etc. So, we'll be mainly concentrating on how this electric motor and an electric generator works. So in this today's session, we will be studying about one of its practical applications of this magnetic effect of electric current as well as the magnetic field due to current carrying, produced due to current carrying conductor, that is the electric motor. So you all have seen the electric motors. Have you seen? Most of you might have seen the electric motors, how it works and does. If not, you have used the mixers at home, yes, no? The blades of the fan, yes, when you switch on the switch for the fan, what happens? The fan will start to rotate. Even when you switch on the mixie, you can see without placing the jar, just switch on the mixie and check how it rotates. So everywhere this motor is being used, children. So we understood that a current carrying conductor, when placed in a magnetic field, the magnetic field in turn exerted force on the conductor. As a result, first we saw the deflection in one direction, again on reversing the direction, the deflection changed. So maybe it is going like this left and again it is coming like this right, left, right, like that it is moving. So what they thought is, why can't we create a new motor that using this concept was the thought by the scientist, and that resulted in the invention of this electric motor. So what they did now is, again they took a conducting wire, but now they placed it in a rectangular shape, a rectangular wire they took, children. So ABCD, the rectangular wire was named as ABCD, and it is placed between the poles of the magnet. So North Pole, South Pole, okay. So which it is, you may ask, wonder why, which is bar magneta, horseshoe magneta, which magnet is this? These are the different, just it is not a bar magnet, it is not horseshoe magnet, but it is different magnet. They are two, but I can answer you one. But that the magnets are chosen in such a way that the magnetic field lines are uniform. We know according to the properties of magnetic field of lines, magnetic lines of force will always travel from north to south. So the current also we should flow from starting from north pole towards the south pole. And the magnetic field strength should be uniform, no children. So suitable to that the magnets are chosen. And whenever you draw this figure in the test or exam, children, please make sure that you draw the poles of the magnet. Many of you will lose marks in that. So you draw the complete circuit figure of the electric motor generate neatly. Labeling also will be done. But you forget writing the north pole and south pole, poles of the magnet. You will not place the motor or generator in the magnetic field. So it is waste if you draw it. It is meaningless. So you will lose marks. So please be careful. Now I have placed this rectangular wire in between the poles of the magnet, that is north pole and south pole. This rectangular wire ABCD I have labeled it as. Now what I do is, the other ends of the wire are there now. I will connect it to the battery. See, both positive and negative. Till I will expand, positive, negative, like this. So long line positive and the short line is negative, children. So we all know that now current will flow in the from positive of the battery to the negative of the battery, that is from higher potential to lower potential, means the current will now flow in the direction AB, BC, CD, and again come back to this again AB, BC, CD. That is what will happen. Now about the current flowing through it and all we know. When the current is passed through the circuit, children, this current carrying rectangular conductor what we have will produce the magnetic field around it. And this current carrying conductor is placed in between the magnetic field. In the previous session we studied one activity, no? It is the same setup based on that. Now what should happen? The magnetic field in turn should apply force on the conductor. There we saw no deflection was left, right, either left or right. So it was in one direction only, it was in linear. One direction means straight direction, like this, it was not rotating. So either front or back, like that. But in this electric motor, it is used in mixers, I said, grinders, fans, everywhere I said, but all are undergoing rotatory motion. But here if we want to use that concept of force acting on a conductor due to current carrying conductor, then it should rotate. We don't want linear motion of left and right side. So when you do this, children, what will happen? We need to apply the Fleming's left hand rule. You remember, no? Now the current is flowing from positive to negative of the battery, from north pole to south pole. And here you should hold your fingers in such a way that the electric field, magnetic field and the magnetic force acting are all mutually perpendicular to each other, children. So see, I said, you know, in if at all Fleming's left hand rule is asked, you should write whichever finger, whatever it denotes on. You cannot interchange as you want. So I have, I'll give you one hint to remember. It is called father, mother, child rule. Fleming's left hand rule, we will call it as father, mother, child rule. Father, mother, child. This is the order you remember. No? Head, who is the head of the family? Father. Next comes the mother. Next comes the child. So FMC, the first alphabets of this father, mother, child rule. If we take children, first finger, father, force acting on the conductor. Thumb shows the direction of force acting on the conductor. Next comes the mother. M for magnetic field. M for mother. So the next finger, second finger shows the direction of magnetic field. C for child. Next comes the child. C for the current. That is the third finger shows the direction of the current. So FMC or father, mother, child, if you keep in mind, children, that will be very easy for you to remember which finger shows what. You will not do mistake. That is only for left hand rule. Please keep in mind. This is for left hand rule. Don't apply this for right hand rule. Why? There we have only electric field and magnetic field in case of right hand rule. Now children, the current will start flowing through A, B, C, D, and if you apply the Fleming's left hand rule now current is first flowing in the inward direction. Yes, no? From the positive of the battery, the current will start. It is going in this direction through AB, means through the arm AB. They also call it as armature, children. Armature in your textbook. A, B, C, D is the armature also. They tell us just rectangular lamina or rectangular wire. Many things you can call it as. Now, through the arm AB of the conductor, the current is flowing in inward direction. It goes in this direction and through the arm CD, it is coming out. It is flowing in the outward direction. Into the arm AB in the inside direction, into the arm CD in the outward direction. So this rule if you apply, children, now current is flowing in the inward direction, means the third finger is flowing in this direction, means of course the magnetic field produced is perpendicular to this, means the force is acting in this direction, means the force will act now in the upward direction. The force, direction of force, means the magnetic field is applying the force in the upward direction according to Fleming's left hand rule. Similarly, if you imagine the current is flowing in the downward direction in the arm CD, then perpendicular to that should be the magnetic field, means just imagine now the force the force will push the armature CD or the side CD in the downward direction. So this concept you just understand. That is the reason I am holding the sheet right from the beginning. What I want you to understand is, see now, A, B, C, D. I am taking the armature A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D and the children, the current is flowing in the inward direction in the A, B and in the outward direction in the C, D. It is coming out of the magnetic field in case of armature C, D. So what happens is, the force so produced by the magnetic field towards the arm AB of the CD will, it is like this, will push it up, will push this arm AB. The force is acting in the upward direction, whereas force CD is acting in the downward direction. Force CD is acting in the downward direction. So when it is happening, so it was like this. Somebody is applying force, means you just imagine force is pushing that arm AB. So automatically the force which is pushing arm CD is in the opposite direction. So it is pushing and finally it came like this. What happened now? This is AB, this is CD. Current was first flowing through AB, CD. Now it has started flowing through. First it was in the direction AB, CD. Now after rotation it is in the direction DCBA. Alva? ABCD ittu, the force acting on the conductor made it to rotate like this. Now DCBA you have, current is flowing through DCBA. So ABCD now become DCBA ಆಯಿತು. Now the armature AB, which was first towards the positive of the battery, now came towards the negative of the battery. So next ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the current will flow inwards through the armature CD and then it flows in the outward direction in the armature AB. One thing you keep children, towards the north pole of the magnet the force is always acting in the upward direction, whereas towards the south pole the force will pull it down, will act in the downward direction. So now DCBA iddinayitu, again the force CD arm it is acting in the upward direction, means it is pushing up and again it will rotate and again it will come back to ABCD position. We are playing with alphabets today. ABCD, DCBA. Again ABCD, DCBA, like that it will happen. But if you see, observe children, first ABCD if you consider, again it rotated, DCBA. But ABCD, DCBA. It is flipping, no? Just like this, ABCD, DCBA. ABCD, DCBA. But the motor has to rotate. We don't want it to make semicircle. Like this it is happening. ABCD, DCBA. ABCD, DCBA. But we want complete rotation. That is not happening. So this rectangular lamina, or what we say, the conductor needs some support or some device which helps it to rotate. So what we are connecting now is, let me use the duster. So we wanted the whole apparatus, means the rectangular lamina, to be rotated children. We don't want the half movement like this, the oscillatory motion we don't want. We want it to rotate. So what they did is, they connected it to the split rings. The split ring was connected to the positive of the battery. Split ring and the copper brushes were used, children. Copper brushes as well as the split rings it was connected to. And so they have labeled here the split rings as P and Q, children. Split rings, what they are used, they are labeled as P and Q, and copper brushes as X and Y. Copper brushes as X and Y. Now it is being connected to battery. Now positive of the negative battery, of course we need a switch. So when you switch on the circuit now, when this rectangular lamina, which was already rotating with the help of this magnetic field, now when it was connected to the split ring and the copper brushes, mainly the split rings, children, the split ring helped the armature ABCD, that is the rectangular lamina or the conductor ABCD, to undergo complete rotation. And hence it started rotating. Before, what happened is, ABCD, DCBA was there. So when it was placed between the magnetic field, you know current always flows through north pole, means north to south magnetic field lines. Again positive of the battery is towards the armature AB. So if you apply Fleming's left hand rule, the force was applied by the magnetic field towards the side AB of the conductor, and since the current is flowing in the outward direction, the direction of force according to Fleming's left hand rule is, which is pulling the magnetic field, applying the magnetic field to the armature CD in the downward direction, and it became reverse now. Again the current is flowing through DCBA now. Again this will go up. Similarly this side will pull down, and what happened is only flipping was happening. ABCD hinge ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, but we wanted the rectangular lamina or the ABCD part which is placed between the magnets to rotate, children. We wanted it to rotate. Hence what they used is, they removed this battery plug key They connected it to the split rings PQ and the copper brushes labeled as XY in your textbook. So when they connected, then they got the complete rotation of the rectangular lamina which is placed between the powerful magnetic field or the powerful magnets. This is how the rotation of the electric motor takes place, and you can observe that motion, that type of motion in case of the mixer grinders or in case of the table fans, children. So this is how the electric motor works, and these are the different parts of the electric motor. So soon let us read the textbook. An electric motor is a rotating device. So yes, no, it is a rotating device. Means what is rotating? The armature ABCD is rotating, and when it is rotating here, what happens? It converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So when the current flowing through this conductor is stopped, then the armature, no current, means it will not rotate. It is no more a current carrying conductor. It is just a conductor. So only when current is passed through this conductor, children, it starts rotating and acts as the electric motor. So here the electrical energy will get converted into mechanical energy. You see, rotating, it is rotating, no, that is called as mechanical energy. Hence the electric motor is a, what is an electric motor? The question may be asked. It is a rotating device which converts electrical energy into rotating energy, that is mechanical energy. This is very important. Electric motor is used as an important component, see, in electric fans, refrigerators, mixers, washing machines, computers, MP3 players, etc. Do you know how an electric motor works? An electric motor, as shown in the figure, consists of a rectangular coil ABCD of insulated copper wire. The coil is placed between the two poles of the magnetic field such that the arm AB and arm CD are perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. Yes, that is important. When you are placing, children, these rectangular lamina and the magnetic field both are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. The ends of the coil are connected to the two halves, that is P and Q, of a split ring. The inner side of these halves are insulated and attached to an axle. The external conducting edges of P and Q touch two conducting stationary brushes X and Y respectively, as shown in the figure. Means the figure, what are the components used, how are they connected, they are explained in this paragraph. Current in the coil ABCD enters from the source of the battery through the conducting brush. So now, before directly into arm ABCD it was going. Now, see, this is positive, this is negative. When you switch on the circuit, positive of the battery, you can brush X hatra bantu. So that is what they are telling. Battery to the conducting brush X, hingogate A, B, B, C, C, D, D, A, again through Y, and then comes to the negative of the battery. See, that is what they are given. Current in the coil ABCD enters from the source of the battery to the conducting brush X and flows back to the battery through brush Y. Notice that the current in the arm AB of the coil flows from A to B, and in arm CD it flows from C to D, that is opposite to the direction of current through arm A. So arm A nalli E direction, upward directional current hodre, arm CD nalli it will come in downward direction. I said you that beforehand. On applying Fleming's left-hand rule for the direction of current carrying conductor in a magnetic field, we see that the force acting on arm AB push it downwards, while force acting on the arm CD push it upwards. So I said you reverse. I wrote north south only, no? Why did I tell you? Children, please don't confuse. I reversed it, I'm sorry. So whenever the force acting on the AB is now downwards. So I said first AB male hogate, then CD. No, it is reversed what they are telling you. So AB is going down whereas CD is coming up. I'm sorry, please make a correction of it. So we find that the force acting on the arm AB pushes it downwards, while the arm CD is pushed upwards. Anyhow, rotating concept is same. Only arm AB will go up first and CD will go down, I said. But arm AB will go downward and CD will go upwards first. So, on the arm CD pushes it upwards. Thus, the coil and the axle O mounted free to the turn about an axis and rotate anti-clockwise. At half rotation, Q makes contact with the brush X. Now this is splittering or the axle what we have children, PQ, this axle what you see, this is helping the armature ABCD to rotate. As I said, without help of that it was just flipping one to like this. But after the helping of that axle, it started rotating. So as it rotates children, now I made it clumsy. This PQ is also rotating along with that. PQ is also rotating. So when ABCD is rotating, along with ABCD we have connected the axle, means that is in turn rotating. After half rotation, Q, this is Q, makes contact with the brush X and P with brush Y. Let me clearly write it once. So XY no change, brushes will not move children, but this split rings P and Q what you have attached to the axle, split ring attached to the axle will also rotate. So ee kada P ide, ee kada Q ide children. So when half rotation takes place, what will happen? This P will come in contact with brush X. Before P was contact with brush X, Q was in contact with brush Y. So when half rotation take place, what happens? This P will, it is rotating now, the lamina is rotating. So what will happen? P will come in contact with brush Y and Q part of the axle will now come in contact with brush X, side of the brush X. Therefore, the current in the coil get reversed and flows through along the path DCBA. ABCD directionally current pass aguvaga axle to P part of split ring P was in contact with brush X and Q was in contact with Y. But when half rotation took place, what happens? The P came in contact with brush Y, whereas Q came in contact with the brush X. Now the current will flow such that it is flowing in the direction DCBA after the half rotation. So a device that reverses the direction of flow of current through a current is called the commutator. Yes, this is very important. So you have been learning about the various devices, children. So as you have learned rheostat, about rheostat, and it is the device which is used to vary the resistance. Hangane, we know ammeter, voltmeter, resistor, rheostat, everything. Now we are learning one more device that is called the commutator. So they may ask you question, what is a commutator? It is a device which is used to reverse the direction of flow of current, or it may be given in form of MCQ. Name the device, pick the device which helps in rotating the direction of current, ammeter, voltmeter, rheostat, commutator, commutator is the answer. Either way the question can be answered. Commutator is a device which helps in reversing the direction of flow of current. In electric motor, split rings acts as the commutator. Yes, no? First current, we use the sheet now children. A, B, C, D. Current was flowing A, B upwardly, C, D downwardly. So when current was flowing through the arm A, B, which was placed in the magnetic field, the deflection was, the force was acting in the downward direction. So AB kedak hoitu, but the current is flowing in the outward direction in the armature CD na. So now it is going in upward direction. Hangadaga ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ DCBA, ABCD ಹೋಗಿ DCBA. Now current will flow through DCBA. Again, now the pulse from the device, it was not, the rotation was not happening before children. So when we attached it with the split ring, that is the axle and the copper brush, what happened is PQ illittu ABCD ankolana. No, this is AB. ABCD PQ. So as and when this lamina is rotating children, the PQ split rings are not rotating, but the brushes, split rings are rotating, brushes are stationary. So what happened? This became P now. This is Q now. Earlier it was PQ. Wherever AB you have, there should be letter P. Wherever CD you have, there should be letter Q. So according to that, the axle with the axle blades, the split rings also rotated. And with contact with brush AB, now we have towards copper brush Y, P part came and Q part came near the copper brush X. That is what happened. So here what is helping the rotation of this motor means children, when this happens, now arm CD will come towards the positive of the battery, whereas arm AB will come towards the negative of the battery. Before hengittu, AB was towards positive of the battery, CD was towards the negative of the battery. After half the rotation, what happened? CD came in contact with now positive of the battery, and AB is now in contact with the negative of the battery. So the direction of current will now reverse again in the circuit. So what is helping in the direction of reverse of current? Split ring is helping it. So in the electric motor, split rings acts as the commutator. What is commutator? Andre, commutator is a device which is used to reverse the direction of flow of the current. So split rings acts as the commutator. Split ring will rotate along with the lamina or the rectangular wire, but the brushes are stationary. They call stationary brushes, means which is not rotating along with the lamina. What is rotating? On the split rings or the axle is the part is rotating, whereas the brushes X and Y are stationary. So split rings is the device which is helping in rotation of this lamina, which is in turn reversing the direction of the current. So split rings are called as the commutator, children. Next, a device, okay, in electric motor, split rings acts as the commutator. The reversal of current also reverses the direction of force acting on the arm AB and CD. Thus, arm AB of the coil that was earlier pushed down is now pushed up, and the arm CD which was previously pushed up is now pushed down. Therefore, the coil and the axle, see, the coil and the axle rotate half a turn more in same direction. The reversing of current is repeated at each half rotation, giving rise to a continuous rotation of the coil to the axle. So every half rotation of the lamina, the direction of the current is changing, and it is helping in the rotation of the blades, that is a motor. So together it is the electric motor. Rotation of the what is given. Therefore, the coil and the axle rotate half a turn more in same direction. The reversing of the current is repeated at each half rotation, giving it a continuous rotation to the coil. The commercial motors use an electromagnet in place of permanent magnet. So this is how the motor works. This is about the electric motor. So electric motor, what we use in the devices, children, about that they have given. The commercial motors use an electromagnet in place of a permanent magnet. So in the previous session we studied what an electromagnet is. The concept of solenoid, children. When a soft iron core on any magnetic material was pushed inside the current coil, that is solenoid, it gets magnetized. So when it is pushed out, it is no more a magnet. So temporary magnets they are. Only when current is passing through it, it gets magnetized. If no current, it acts no more as a magnet. So such temporary magnets are called electromagnets, now children. So in the commercial motors, these electromagnets are used in place of permanent magnet. Why permanent magnet means it is waste. Why? Because only anyhow to work any device which is using this electric motor, current is passed. So whenever current is passed, let the item get magnetized. So they are being replaced by the electromagnet. Large number of turns of the conducting wire in the current carrying coil and a soft iron core on which the coil is wound. So only one turn is shown here, children. Many number of turns of coils are used according to the requirement or how much power the motor requires, and the soft iron core is used. Why? Because it has to get magnetized, no? So here only one turn of coil you see, one line you see. But in commercial motors, many turns you can see. So when inside these turns, soft iron core is used, means when current is passed through this copper coil, when soft iron core inside it gets it magnetized. So that is nothing but the electromagnet. So those are used in commercial motors, they are telling children. The soft iron core on which the coil is wound plus the coils is called an armature. This enhances the power of the motor, means it increases the power of the motor. So this is what is used in commercial motors, children. So this is about the concept of electric motor, how it works and what is this figure, as I said, your children, working of electric motor, or maybe the figure of electric motor, its labeling, or sometimes only particular labeling will be asked. Name the brushes, name the split rings. Which is the commutator in case of electric motor? Split rings. Which is the part which does not rotate in case of the electric motor? Copper brushes. They are stationary brushes, they do not move. Such questions will be asked children. So please go through the textbook once. Next we have the concept of electromagnetic induction, which we will discuss in the next session.